I'll be with you shortly. Well, good day. How are all of you doing? We have Jens in the chat, and we have Bowie in the chat for now, okay? Yes, as I posted on my channel Discord server earlier today, this morning when I woke up and I distinctly checked the YouTube Studio on my mobile phone. I came to a surprise because it's I had 666 views in the past 28 days, and a long-time viewer said, "Speak to me when you have 6,969. I will, and I will speak to you sooner, my dear friend." Okay, first of all, very big thank you to Flems for being my faithful patron. He or they have been on my patron for a very long time now, pretty much from the very beginning of my channel. So that is highly appreciated, obviously. Okay, wait. I'll just. I think I'll send the because I have a screenshot on my only on my phone. Okay. I think. Okay, I'll just send it to myself. Okay, just I need to blur out a few things from here. Okay, so okay, here we are, and then okay. There we are. I think I'll okay, let's put it on the desktop so I can find it a bit more easily. Yes. Okay then. Then we have it. Let's bring it up here. "666. I'm sorry, I could have done this earlier, but it just occurred to me like right now. So okay, desktop. There we have it. Okay. Yes, there you have it. Views. Okay, translation. Hades Corner, 98 subscribers. Statistics, the past 28 days, views 666. Viewing hours 51.0 and +4 subs. I would have hoped to get 100 subscribers by the end of the month, but I hope I'll get. Yes, that's Illuminati confirmed. Yes. and perhaps also confirmed that I'm a Satanist shill. Bowie, what says what that number? It's from the book of Revelations in the Bible, the last book of the New Testament. It's from there. It's basically what my nana talks about, the beast of the Revelations, the beast of the book of Revelations. Okay, let's. Okay, book of Revelations. Here. Let's have it here. From the Greek Bible, okay? From Revelations 13, chapter 13, verses 15 to 18. It says, here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast. Okay? But it says, in Textus Receptus, derived from Byzantine text type manuscript, the number 666 is represented in Greek numerals. Yeah. Yes, here is verse 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Yes, that's Revelations 13:18. And before that, verse 18, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And then the verse 18 that I just read. There it comes. Okay, but monkeypox. Okay, it's a double-stranded. There are RNA viruses and there are double-stranded DNA viruses. It has to do with. Booby says, "Why do you have that number of subscribers? Why can't it be 667?" That is a very good question. I have 90. I have. Let's have a look. Okay, I have 36 36 pre-recorded videos of which 2 are, short clips that I've made, greetings and shit. So 34 pre-recorded videos, and let me see. Hang on. Okay, let's have. This can't be right. This can't be right. Okay. Let me go and have a look. Well, in total, I have. How many? I don't know. I don't even remember how many videos I have. Because. Okay. Let's see how many videos I have. I have 148 videos, this being the 148th video, and of those 2 are just short ones. So I have 146 actual videos. That is a good question, Booby. I do not know. I would love to have more, and I've been doing this for over a year and a half. Well, I've been doing this well over a year and a half, and I would have expected to have at least 200, say, but I would be happy with 100. I've been trying and trying, but still under under 100. Okay, but anyway, today Duvel is Belgian strong ale type beer, and 8.5% alcohol. Mm. Anyway, what is monkeypox? It's first of all, it's a zoonotic virus. It's which means that it has jumped from another animal to humans. It's it's in the genus Orthopox viruses in the family of Poxviridae or pox viruses. And the human and there are a number of these viruses. There are which include but are not limited to variola, cowpox, vaccinia, and a few others. Okay, and chickenpox, cowpox, chickenpox that are what people have are most used to. There are of course rabbit pox, parapoxes, the parapox family with cow pox, bovine papular stomatitis, etc. And there are also yatterpox and molluspox viruses, which cause these type of diseases. There are two strands. One is the West African clade, and one is the Congo Basin. Congo Basin clade of this monkeypox virus. Oddly enough, even though it's not even the same virus, smallpox virus gives you it's in the same family of Poxviridae. The Poxviridae family of the orthopox virus genus, and it's weird enough that the smallpox virus vaccine gives you 85% protection against monkeypox. But the problem here, it's not as deadly either. But there's the West African clade is 10 to 11%, and the Congo Basin virus or the Congo Basin strand clade is, I think it's 3% or something like that, 3% or so, which is the Congo Basin. There has been an outbreak in the US that in 2003, which came to US via prairie dogs that were infected prairie dogs, which came from Ghana, and they were sold in a pet shop. So it basically there are several ways how zoonotic viruses can come or jump into humans. It's bushmeat, basically, illegal hunting meat, bushmeat. You go there, hunt secretly, and then bodily fluids from the animal, blood, droplets from human to human. When it comes to monkeypox, all zoonotic come from bodily fluids and bushmeat from animals to humans. in this case, monkeys to humans. Touchable, some in very little from touchable surfaces, which have this infected person's bodily fluids, say blood, uh, blood, semen, vaginal fluid, etc. And it was discovered from monkeys in 1958, and then in humans 1970. There have been, in the 16 years following that, about 400 cases. By the way, from zoonotic diseases, as far as I can tell, things that jump from other apes to humans, there is the awkward fact that the human head lice is closely related to the gorilla pubic lice. So go figure. Yes, hang on. Yes, it's 10 to 11% with the. But the problem is that even though the smallpox virus provides an 85% protection against monkeypox, the problem is no one gets the smallpox viruses anymore. Why? Because smallpox was eradicated. Why? Vaccines. A vaccine was developed, and it was eradicated in 1980 or 1982, something like that. But still, it's still there haven't been that many cases, but it's an outbreak anyway, regardless. Okay, but the stigma, because on LGBTQ, the issue here is that where's my pardon me. Yes, Bowie says lice and fleas often host a specific disease. Yes, and there's evidence that at least the Congo Basin clade of monkeypox is carried through certain rodents. But the thing is, the stigma on LGBTQ. It stems from at least in some areas, the monkeypox. There is more in disproportionately high rates of monkeypox among gay, bi, and other men who have sex with men, and that combined with the misinformation we have regarding diseases, and especially, well, by the way, oh, how could I forget this? It's Stefan. Yes. And then we have that is here with me in the studio, of course. But more than perhaps, I don't know how old you are, Bowie, but at least Jens probably remembers the huge stigma there was to AIDS and the connection made between uh, AIDS or HIV and AIDS and being gay, and it was called the gay disease because there were certain cancers, certain types of cancer that were and still are incredibly rare in general populace, but they are common with those who are immunosuppressed, especially especially those who um, have AIDS. For example, Kaposi sarcoma is hardly ever encountered in any other group of patients that AIDS patients. Being gay at the time of AIDS was, or in the initial in 1980s, it was must have been horrible because of AIDS. So many of your cases, yeah, and because it was predominantly a gay disease, if you will, or met among gay people, but there were straight people who were hemophiliacs, who had hemophilia and got the. There was a famous case of an American boy who had hemophilia and got AIDS or HIV from a contaminated blood. As part of blood transfusion, he had another bleeding. He needed blood, extra blood, and then the coagulants fluid, or the coagulating factors. And there were drug addicts who got it. There were, of course, those who used IV drugs. They got it. Hemophiliacs got it, etc. Sometimes in surgeries, in surgical procedures, when a patient needed more blood, because it wasn't the blood donated blood wasn't screened for HIV back then, because they didn't even know what the virus was for 10 years. So they didn't even know what it was. Yes, there's parasites are carriers between species. Parasites on rodents get carried between habitats. Says Jens, and goes on to say the LGBTQ plus community has closer contacts to others. Hugging and kissing is common. Yes, and that means bodily fluids. Kissing involves bodily fluids. Which should be blatantly obvious to those who have engaged in such practices. And it still has a stigma having HIV. Okay, let's go on from a press release on UNAIDS, the United Nations AIDS Foundation, and they warn against stigmatizing language on monkeypox. for it because it jeopardizes public health. Okay, Geneva, May 20th, May 22nd, 2022 says, okay, UNAIDS has expressed concern that some public reporting and commentary of monkeypox has used language and imagery, okay, difficult word, okay, imagery, particularly portraying LGBTI and African people that's reinforced homophobic and racist stereotypes. Oh yeah, of course, it's the Chinese it's the Chinese virus, and then it's when the COVID-19 pandemic started. Uh, Asian people, or at least Asian Americans who may have lived in America for at least when their grandparents came from, say, China or Korea, and they've never even been to China or Korea or the country of their grandparents' origin. And because Americans are idiots, they're just dumb as fuck. They cannot see the they don't understand the difference between, because they think Asia is just one thing, or China is the entirety of Asia, or Asia is just one thing, and but many countries in Asia have nothing to do with the other. Boo says that is what I am talking about why is it discriminatory? Yes. Asian Americans were threatened, beaten, and if I'm not completely mistaken, mugged and lynched. As I understand it, I could be mistaken, I hope I'm mistaken, but my understanding is that some Asian Americans lost their lives because of this, of discrimination, because stupid Americans saying, you fucking Asians brought this disease to America, you're gonna kill everyone, I'm gonna kill you now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Lessons from AIDS response show that stigma and claim directed at certain groups can rapidly undermine outbreak response. Precisely so. Since May 13th, 2022, the outbreak of monkeypox has been reported in multiple UN states where cases are not usually reported. Yes, some countries don't report these viral diseases, like, say, North Korea and China. Many African countries who deny the existence of these viruses and shit. I'm not going into that. Okay? So, as of May 21st, World Health Organization, or WHO, received reports of 92 laboratory confirmed and 28 suspected cases from 12 member states that were not endemic for the disease. Yes, this is endemic in some countries, like in the Congo Basin and the area where the West African clade of monkeypox is endemic. The countries in that area, the Congo Basin, the two Kinshasa and Kinshasa and Brazzaville Congos. It's just Kinshasa Congo and Brazzaville Congo for me. I can't remember the official names, but for me, I just remember Brazzaville Congo and Kinshasa, because Kinshasa Congo was the Belgian colony, and Brazzaville Congo was the French colony. Okay. Anyway, a significant portion of cases have been identified among gay, bisexual, and other men um, who have sex with men, with some cases identified through sexual health connects. And it can be, actually, this is often identified as a monkeypox through um, a DNA test, DNA sequencing of the virus, because the symptoms can look very much like um, chickenpox, because except that there are these blisters in their palms and the soles of their feet, and that is, I think, that's the one signifying difference, I think. But investigation ongoing. The WHO notes that available evidence suggests that those who are most at risk, who that those who are most at risk are those who have had close contact with someone with monkeypox, and that is not limited to men who have sex with men. There we have it. Okay, just kidding. We're far from over. And AIDS urges media, governments, communities to respond on rights-based, evidence-based approach to avoid stigma. Oh, by the way, before I forget, nowadays I have always hanging off my microphone stand this. Aww. Perhaps I should hold at some point a questionnaire as to which name I should give to this little sheep from Kiel, but Kiel, I'm probably butchering that name. I'm sorry, but that's just how it goes. Because I'm not German. I'm stupid. I'm just Finnish. I'm just Finnish. I don't know how. I'm not comfortable with trying too much. It's particularly weird, by the way, that all of a sudden my Monday's video now has, as it so happens, it seems it has 158 views, which is very unusual. It's highly unusual. And then there's another one. Which one was it? Yeah, I think it's the Tom of Finland. It's a Tom of Finland video that has had a resurgence of new views, which is quite weird, to be honest, because it's coming back alive. Okay. What the let's look. And actually the video from Monday has a content ID warning. What is it? Content ID claim on the Monday's video for the video and audio of the copyright owner is the Australian Broadcasting Company. It's a video of about 50 seconds of the of CEO Jennifer Westacott speaking. So the Australian Broadcasting Corporation gets the because even though my channel is not monetized, there may be ads, and all the ad revenue goes to Australian Broadcasting Company, which is quite weird. Okay. Okay. But I do not understand where all this traffic comes from. The weird thing is, it says 181 views, but only 2.9 hours of viewing time, which is really weird. Which is super weird. I mean, people just don't seem to watch it a lot. People don't watch it a lot because yes, average viewing length is 57 seconds. So if 181 people watch the video 57 seconds, it doesn't get too much viewing hours. And viewing hours is what's important for me in this case. What I care most about is subscribers. Okay, subscribers and viewing hours are the most important things for me now. Jens says, I tweeted the link to the last video. That might be an explanation. Well, yes, that is a big explanation. That is a very good explanation, actually. And I think there is a. Okay. Jens says impatient people. Yes, they're very impatient. But Booby says impatience is the usual for people with attention span of dust. Yes. Recently, I had a chat with that person in the background regarding this. A topic related to this. Because people nowadays, especially young people, are accustomed to having the 10 seconds attention span on TikTok and Instagram videos. So Instagram Reel. So that's why they don't, at least the younger generation, they don't have the attention span. But I would love to have more people actually subscribing to my channel, because having more subscribers helps me grow immensely. So I would really appreciate if you watching live and those watching replay could share this video and ask people to subscribe. And people watching now, if you haven't already, subscribe, and a thumbs up. I really don't care if it's thumbs up or down. Okay. And I just absolutely love these Belgian beers. Okay. Anyway, let's go back for a moment to UNH. Okay, the stigma and blame undermine the trust and capacity, and I quote, to respond effectively during outbreaks like this one, said Matt Matthew Kavanagh, UN AIDS Deputy Executive Director, AI, and quote continues. Experience shows that stigmatizing rhetoric can quickly disable the evidence-based response by stoking cycles of fear, driving people away from health services, impeding to identify cases, and encouraging ineffective punitive measures. Yes, this is what happens especially in the United States of fucking assholes. We appreciate the LGBTI community for having led the way on raising awareness, and we reiterate that this disease can affect anyone. Okay. Yeah, interesting. There's no place for ignorance and hatred. Okay, the monkeypox outbreak illustrates that communities will continue to face threats of viruses, and international coordination and solidarity is essential. This day can only be overcome globally. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Anyway, what do you think will become of this outbreak of monkeypox and the stigmatization of LGBTQ plus people regarding the matter? And meanwhile, I will tell you of my immense trouble with my computer. The power supply that I had blew. I mean, not literally, but it. I mean, I had some hang-ups and maybe a few crash slash shutdowns. All of a sudden, pew, off, and the power button did nothing happens when I press the power button. Short or long. I had to click the on off button, off and on, from behind the power supply. And on Tuesday, I think it was, no, Monday evening, no, sorry, Tuesday, it started, doing all of, a lot of the time, just some overcurrent protection or something kept triggering. I turned it on, used it for a first. It started when I launched the game. I thought, all right, I'll game for a moment. And when I clicked it, and it started opening it, pew, and again, pew. I thought it was a game, but no, it was. I tried another game, pew, another game, pew. And then it would not even boot to Windows because it would start, the computer would post, and start loading Windows, but ew. Then I figured, yeah, I recognized the symptoms of because I knew that when something like this would happen, when something, and I gathered my recollection of stuff like this happening, a few times before. I figured, and then I tried. It was really, 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 really hot from the back. The air that came for as long as the computer was on, the air was really hot. And when I took it out, and I had to get a new one, I had to get a new power supply because it was gone. It was beyond gone. Yeah, it says sounds like a dried out capacitor in the power supply. I've had the same problem with an old Power Mac G4. Listen, this power supply that just blew was 3 years old. It was 3 years old and still had warranty in it, but I didn't have the receipt anymore. I didn't have the original. I didn't have the original box. I didn't have the receipt, so I thought, fuck it, okay. I figured that it would because I'll be upgrading my GPU, my graphics card, in the next few months, probably from a 2000 to 3000 series. So I figured I had an 850 watts per unit, and I went to get a 1000 watt unit because because I have so many peripherals that are always attached. Yeah, says heat can dry out capacitors and manufacturers often skimp on those. Yeah, probably because I have my Stream Deck. My Stream Deck is always attached. Is always you know plugged in, so the screen is always on. The screen is always on, and I have my microphone. It's always on standby. It's always on standby power. My mouse mat has RGB on it, and it's always on, etc. So I have a lot of peripherals, and even on, and then I have RGB on my keyboard. Is a gaming key is oops, RGB on it, and I have a gaming mouse which has RGB on it. I have three RGB fans in the front. I have a 280 millimeter AIO with the fans having, and the fans have RGB. The rear fan has RGB. My four RAM sticks have full RGB. You know, it's one of those. Okay, it's one of these. I have these ones here. So I have four of these. So it takes quite a bit of electricity, or all these or just the odd. And I have a Ryzen 7 3700X. Takes its own power. I have four SSDs. I've got a RTX 2060 Super. It's 200 and so. When I'm gaming, the power the the GPU, the graphics card alone takes over 200 watts, plus the CPU. So basically, it's probably CPU and GPU. When I take full load on this computer, it's quite a bit. But it's quite something, and it produces up enough to produce quite a lot of heat all the time, or load all the power supply. Uh, Bowie says, I hate living in the US because there's so much trash. Uh, Trash is terrible right-wing assholes stupidly with hostility run rampant. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Okay. Let me put a link of the actually the Twitter. I'm not sure if I've monkeypox. Okay, I'm going very soon anyway, but I'm just monkeypox. Okay, let's go. Anywho, I think it's my time to go now. I'm tired, and I'm a bit hungry. I need something to eat, I think. And then, but Stefan is here, and of course, Bertil. Bertil is so adorable and cute. Bertil, me, and that person there are going on a holiday, summer vacation to Sweden and Denmark this coming summer, but more about that in the future. But there is, and I actually have a topic for you. I will be revisiting. I will be revisiting the topic of conversion therapy on Monday. This next Monday, which is Monday, June 6th. Okay. But I will be revisiting the conversion therapy because there is good news and there's bad news. Okay. From a nice country. Okay. Not the US, not the UK, but another country. Okay. But I will see you on Monday, and please like, share, check the links in the description, PayPal, Patreon, playlist links, Discord, etc., etc., etc. Please comment, leave me a comment, a like, a thumbs up or thumbs down, and send me an email if you want to tip me off on something. Give me a tip, a hint. So please send me an email, comment, etc. Bye.